In this video, we'll take up the homework on ambiguous case. So for question 1, you're given side-side angle and you're asked to calculate all the possible lengths for side C. Now, just because you're given side-side angle, which is the ambiguous case, it doesn't mean you're going to have two different triangles or two possible lengths for side C. So for 1B, if you do the math, you actually see that A is greater than B, which means you only have one possible value for side C. Now, saying that for question 1A and 1C, you'll notice that you can have two possible values for side C because you have two possible triangles that you can build from the given information. So the way I did it was I used the Pythagorean theorem method. So side C is either AE minus DE or AE plus DE because EB is congruent or length to DE. You could easily use the sine law method, but I prefer the Pythagorean theorem method. Either way, you'll get the exact same answer. So that's the answer for 1A, and over here that's answer for 1C. Okay, so let's see, for question 2A, it says draw all possible diagrams and match the given measurements. Okay, so I drew the two possible triangles for a triangle ABC, solve for all the values of side C. So once again, I use the Pythagorean theorem method. Either way, you'll get the same answer if you use the sine law method. C, if side A is 12 rather than 10, then you have one triangle. Okay, because what you're doing is you have an isosceles triangle and you can't swing the side across to build a different triangle. And then solve for side C. Not much to say there. So yeah, just use the sine law, because angle B must be 40 degrees because if I isosceles triangle, which means angle C is 100 degrees because all three angles are up to 180 degrees, and then solve for side C using sine law. And if you want, you can even be fancy and use cosine law. Okay, so question 3. Question 3, you're asking to determine the distance from the yacht to the sailboat. So you end up using, or you're given ambiguous case and you check if you can build one or two triangles, and unfortunately you can build two triangles, so you don't really know the distance, which is in real life this would be horrible because the distance is either 9.7 kilometers or 3.7 kilometers, which is a huge difference. That's a 6 kilometer difference. I would not want to be in that situation. Once again, I use the Pythagorean theorem method. Hopefully, if you do all the homework questions, you notice how much faster this method is. Okay, for question 4, you have a triangular plot of land. They give you lots of information, but once again, you can build two possible triangles, and you solve for the third side. You're basically solving for the third side, and there are two possible answers. So for question 5, you have a light in the park, and it can illuminate effectively up to a distance of 100 meters. A point on the bike path is 100 meters away, and when you're looking at this light, it illuminates a circle with a radius of 100 meters. So this part AD, that's the part of the bike path that has been illuminated. So I want to solve for the length of AD. That's the part of the bike path that has been illuminated by the light. So how did I solve for the length of AD? Well, I realized that triangle ALD is isosceles, and LE is the median or the altitude, however you want to see it, but that means AE and ED are the same length. So the bike path that has been lit is double that of AE, because double of AE is the same as AD. So how do I find AE? AE I can find using the Pythagorean theorem, right? Which I showed you right here. I double that distance, or double that length, and that gives me the part of the bike path that has been illuminated, which is approximately 162 meters. And why is this part of our homework? Because this is basically the diagram for ambiguous case. Okay, so that's the homework for ambiguous case. Hopefully you use my shortcut method.